Okay, welcome to the first stage of the Rapville Fanbase Growth Roadmap. The first stage is indeed brand and music, as you can see there. And the reason being is this is the foundation. It's the DNA of any music marketing campaign. And based on all of my experience of helping artists go viral, when we have the brand and music dialed in, we do 10 times better than if we skip it and move straight into the content ideas, straight into the filming the ideas. Let's do this. And before I start again, this is not theory. This is all based on execution, working with hundreds of artists over the past 12 months. Let's get into it. When you think of branding as an artist, what's the biggest problem that you're going through right now? It's that you think that brand is just aesthetic or visual identity, as you hear so many gurus saying online, but that's just one or two arms of the wheel of branding. Now, the move is nothing too complicated. It's just understand what branding is before you try and build one, before you execute on your content ideas. What is an artist's brand? Now, I like to separate it up into three parts. The first is the art, the music, of course. The second is the artist. Who are you as an artist? And the third one is the audience. Who are you trying to get to? Those are the three main things that make up the social media experience, right? You need the music or else it wouldn't be music marketing. You need the artist or else it would just be trending sounds on TikTok. And you need the audience because without them, what are we even doing? Conveniently for you, it has three A's, so it's easy to remember. Underneath the music, underneath your art, you need three things. The first one is what problem does your music actually solve for the listener? The second one, and it all kind of links in, is the sound, the feeling, the emotion that you're known for. And the third thing is engineer it for virality. I know you're wondering what the fuck you want about, Niall, but we'll go over that later. The second part of a brand is the artist, you. The first thing I want you to think about is what is your unique angle? And we'll go over some examples in a second, but this is the one thing that nobody else can replicate. It's undeniably you. The next thing that kind of links into that again is your character, your values, the personality, how you show up on the camera. And then the third part is your visual identity. And yes, this means your clothes, right? Obviously I'm wearing the Rapville logo, that's my visual identity, but it's also the background of the video, the characters in the video, the world that you're building for your music, and we'll get into that. That's a massive theme in this presentation. Finally, we have the audience. So you got to answer who it's for and why they care, or else you're done for. If you don't know that one specific person you're actually trying to get to. For example, when I create videos, it's artists and artists only. I know exactly who I'm talking to. The next one is your relationship with those people. Are you the icon? Are you hard to reach? Are you Drake? Are you Justin Bieber? Or are you their best friend? Like think JVKE, who's blown up in the last few years, and those other kind of social media artists who are always talking face to face with their audience, right? And essentially you want to give them something to belong to. Whenever I listen to music, I listen to Loyal Kana if I want to be melancholic and sad. I listen to Songa if I want to get like up and at it and go and party and go and have a drink, you know? So there's different purposes for your music, and you need to make that very clear in your videos so your audience knows what the hell they're doing with this. Now, I want to talk through each pillar in action. The first one we're going to start with is art, okay? And this is KP. Before he started working with us, he was doing random performance reels, getting 10,000, 15,000 views on average. Then we did a branding call with him. We listened to the song. We heard the emotions, the sadness. So the content idea was him voice noting his mom saying, "What time's dinner? I'm still out, I'm still grinding." And then it got into the song. So the intro was emotional, it was branded, and it set the viewer up emotionally to hear the song. So when they did hear the emotions in the song, it hit 10 times harder. And that's why it resulted in over 500,000 views across platforms there. The next pillar is the artist, and here we have Citizen as the example. So if we go back, we talked about the unique angle, the character, and the visual identity, so we're gonna hit those 3 points. For Citizen, his unique angle is clearly filmmaking. His quality is unrivaled in his videos, so that's his unique angle. His character is the lover boy. When he's authentic with the audience in these car reaction videos, he took us through a story of being friends with the girl, to having a crush on the girl, to asking the girl to be his girlfriend. It's very clear his character is the lover boy. He's always in love and she's not in love with him. It's a classic movie storyline. It's familiar. The next one is the visual identity, especially in his newer releases, all been very consistent. You can see in the car, locked in with glasses on. It's very consistent, it's very familiar again. Now, the last one was audience, and I want to show you the audience examples. So Laura was an artist we worked with. She's Hungarian. So you can see in the Snapchat text, it says, "This is why you don't piss off a Hungarian." But when I'm Hungarian and I see that, I know that this is for me. Next one was Adri. What we did with him, obviously, you've all heard me talk about Adri. He's an Italian rapper. This slide post here that got 700,000 views was his first viral video working with us. Essentially, the visuals for him was from an Italian painter called Jack Vettriano, a very famous painter in Italy. Therefore, you can see the correlation when they hear the Italian music, they see the Italian painters, the Italian people are going to be more receptive to that kind of video. The paintings also match the emotion, the romantic emotion of his song. That's why he was able to blow up and get 1 million views in the first week working with our strategy. The next, and we touched on it a bit in the art section of the branding, it's engineer your song for virality. And the reason this didn't go first is because I don't want to step on any toes. It's your music at the end of the day. You do whatever the fuck you want, right? It's art, okay? Nobody's gonna tell you what to do. But I am gonna tell you the themes that I've seen that increase the likelihood that you go viral, all right? So we're gonna go through them. The first one is the citizen method. In all of his videos, the lyrics are clear and action-based. Every single song. That means that when he says lyrics like, I caught you falling for me, he can catch his girl in the video, and it makes coming up with ideas 10 times easier and 10 times more viral. The next one is the unpredictable moment. Citizen songs, they always have beat drops, they always have rises, they always have high vocal shifts. And you can think about it like this, it sonically keeps the viewers hooked instead of visually. And the next one is the emotion is obvious instantly. So he gets slapped and then he says, rest in peace to my ego. It's all very congruent. His visuals match the music, is pretty much the moral of the story. The next one is the Central C method. We've all heard Doja. And essentially what this method is, start the song with an outrageous opener. This is like a musical hook. When the viewer hears something so outlandish, they just can't scroll away, they're shocked. How can I be homophobic, my bitch is gay? In Doja, obviously he used this one. There's other examples, like artists like Contrast, who say, I'm the only Chinese person that can say the N-word. You get where I'm going with this. The final way to engineer a song for virality is the DC3 method. And this is a little bit more artistic, but then again, way more hard to do because you essentially have to create your own genre. So DC3 mix UK rap and Christian music. And although this is an upcoming genre, DC3 was able to dominate this lane. And then if we go and look at artists like Adri, Adri was mixing Italian rap with jazz, something that the Italians had never seen before. You pretty much have to be a first mover in your market. Now to end off brand and music, I don't just want to talk about it, I want to give you an action point. Define your unique angle because everything else flows off from there. And yes, it can be the music if the music is unique like Adri or DC3. If you're religious, that's a unique angle. The way that you film the content is a unique angle. The way you look is a unique angle. Who you are is a unique angle. Okay, music artists, welcome to stage 2 of the Rapville Fanbase Growth Roadmap. This is essentially everything you need to put in place and figure out to go viral. Now, I'm not gonna waste any more time. I know that this is what you've wanted for so long, so let's get into it. Now, the problem here, again, artists are confused in 2026. You've heard this before, it's cliche, but it's so true. You post and pray, you have no system for ideas, no system for shoots, no system for editing. And most artists, they don't have the pleasure of being full-time on their music. So as a result, you've got no time to even figure it out. You're essentially juggling tasks that need your full focus. Now the career move you need to make is remove yourself from marketing as much as you possibly can. Whether it's hiring a team or just finding someone on the same page, whether that's a friend, another artist, you have to figure it out because in this day and age, you need a team that's backing the vision. Without them, it's possible, but I'm gonna say it for the sake of the masses, without them, you've got no chance. Before anything else, I want you to go through a mindset shift with me. And this is what Citizen taught us when he was out with Junior in Miami. Learn to love the process. Learn to love the creativity that comes along with this. The fun that you can have on shoot day. The laughs that you can have. The feeling of finally getting that edit back and it's 10 out of 10. You need to learn to love all the little steps before the step that you actually want, which is a viral video, of course. Because the difference between getting a viral video and having your video flop is your energy. If you don't want to be there, then don't be there. Learn to love content. And before we go into coming up with ideas or doing a shoot day, rehearse in the fucking mirror. Who do you want to come across as on camera? What do performances in viral videos look like? What is your unique angle and what can that bring to this? And what should you wear as an artist? And because the worst thing in content is when the artist looks like they're faking it. It doesn't matter how cinematic the camera is, how good the idea is, that's how you get called a cringe artist in 2026, is if you look like you're faking it. First and foremost is ideas. So this is the very start of the pre-production process. Now I want to show you my setup for creating an idea. First, I'm going to need the music playing on my phone on the left. Then on my monitor, I'm going to need your branding document so I can actually see who I'm creating the idea for. And finally, social media or some kind of viral video bank so that you can research for concepts, for ideas that have already gone viral. And before you say, oh, Niall, that's copycatting. No, inspiration equals creativity. You build on what other people have done and make it even better. That's what I'm gonna show you how to do now. This is how you turn any idea into your own. Step one, as I said, you've got to find it. I don't care if it takes 2 hours to scroll on social media, save every music marketing reel you see, and then come back to it. Step two is strip it back into its bare bones. What are the principles behind it? For example, this is a Snapchat method from DC3. It starts off as a normal, everyday situation, and then as the emotion hits, snap cuts, it's cinematic, it's up close, and it's a music video. So how did we spin that for Laura? We took her brand, and that's how we got the Hungarian aspect. Then, for the actual concept of the idea, we listened to the song. The song was about confronting an abusive ex-boyfriend. So what was the storyline in the hook? It was trying to break into the ex-boyfriend's house. She's tugging on the door, she can't get in. Oh, she gets in, she disappears, then she gets banged onto the floor, hits the deck, and it's a music video. It's the same principles as DC3's idea, but it was for a different brand and a different song. And that's how she got 133,000 views on her first video working with us. Next was KP's video, let's go through it. So the inspiration for this was an artist called Pertinence. The bare bones principle was, in the first 10, 15 seconds, it was a casual, relatable moment. He was on the streets, he was saying hi to passers-by, he was saying, I don't care if they're staring, I'm gonna do it anyway. And then he stopped talking, he got straight into the performance, massive energy burst, and the performance obviously matched the energy of the song. It was high energy, therefore his performance was too. So for KP, what did we do? Obviously his song was emotional, as I was saying earlier. Now KP's idea was the same principle, but the opposite. Where his was funny and high energy, ours was sad and emotional. So he begins, and he's voice noting his mum. He says, what time is dinner, mum? Oh, I'll be back late. You know, it was emotional, it was kind of melancholic. And then he puts the phone down and he begins the performance. He's doing everything he can. He'll be up on screen so you can see it. And that's how he got 500,000 views on Instagram. Again, the first post working with us. This bare bones and remix formula is genuinely how we make artists go viral every time. This is the final example of a viral idea that we created for an artist. The video inspiration was a Citizen TV transition and a Dice bandwagon effect. Pretty much the bandwagon effect is when you're surrounded by people, zooms in on reactions, etc. TV transitions when he's standing in front of the TV, and then it transitions and he's in the actual location, not in front of the TV, obviously. For Desiree, we did the TV transition, but it was a party going on the TV. So we pretty much merged the two strategies together to equal something way more viral. Now this was towards the end of the first month of posting with Des. We saw that the TV transition was working with her. Her song was a party tune, so we ran this idea. And that's why it got 7.7 million views. Time and time again. Are you starting to see where I'm coming from now? Now, before we go any further, this is a little bit of a cheat code. Now that you've got 15 to 30 ideas, all you need is 1 or 2 locations to actually execute on them. Now, this was an artist called Mike Manos. He went to one location and filmed a bunch of videos. Not only is this more efficient and just easier in general, less travel time, less setup time, less ball ache, is it gives the song one world to live in. Now obviously stage 3 of the roadmap is world building, but this is just a little teaser and a little hack while we're explaining how to go viral. Okay, the fun stuff is out the way and done with. Now we're into the boring stuff, pre-production. You've ticked off your content strategy. Now, all you need to do, find a videographer, put together a shot list, buy props, hire extras, find or hire your locations, and figure out a route for the shoot. Because if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. If you get your strategy wrong, you can kiss goodbye to results. If you want to film 30 reels in one day, you can't lose 90 minutes taking the wrong turn. And if you want to have characters or cool things in the videos, you need to buy and hire them before. Now, from harsh experience, the more you prepare, the smoother the shoot goes every single time. Now let's start with your videographer. So there's two things you've got to do: vet and train, because you can't just have any videographer. Obviously vetting, it's an interview process. Couple of questions you got to ask. What camera lens do you have? What equipment do you have? Lighting, tripods, boom stands, whatever you need. Look at their portfolio and ask them if they have any short form content experience, because any videographer can film performance reels or shoot a music video. That's old school and that's easy, but there's only a small percentage of modern videographers that know how to make a video go viral. And we've spent the last 12 months scouting them all around the world. The biggest mistake you'll make is hiring a music video videographer thinking they'll make you go viral. Execution is the most important part of the content system, so don't fuck this part up. Next is training. Now you're gonna have a PDF going through all the ideas, a shot list, a concept, whatever it is, and you're gonna record a 15-minute Loom video talking through each idea in depth. Follow up with them to make sure they've watched it. Then, once you're clear on the ideas with the videographer, get on a pre-production call. This is with the videographer, any other extras, any other team members. Now, the call isn't to go through the ideas, it's to think about what can we do with that shot, what can we do with this shot? Oh, there's a problem with that, we actually need this for this shot, and now we're just talking about how to get the most out of the shoot rather than clarifying what the idea actually is. You can plan the location, the route together on this call. Next is your master sheet. You want everything in one place on shoot day so you can pull it up and it saves you as much time in between shots. So what's on it? The shot list for each idea. You have the props and extras. You have the locations. You have the timing. You have the song timestamps and you have the outfit notes. One document that everyone on the team can refer to so you can be as quick as possible and get the best results. Now, it's shoot day. Re-clarify the goals of the team. It's 30 reels in 6 to 8 hours. You're the artist. This is for you. You are the mission driver. You have to be the CEO of this team. You have to be driving everyone forward, setting the pace, making sure this goes smoothly. Now, on the day, have the song timestamps hooked up on your phone to a speaker. If you're feeling down and you're feeling bad, pick it up ASAP, because this is one day and you can have your entire content sorted for the entire month and it go viral as well. And what to watch for: if you feel lost in the first 45 minutes, call off the shoot, do more preparation, do it tomorrow. And also check the first couple of clips. Your videographer genuinely might not be good enough, even though you vetted him. If they're trash, call off the shoot. The third thing, team chemistry really matters. The energy between you and your team, the videographer, it will show up in the videos if it's not a good relationship. And once you've got all your clips sorted, you're on to editing. Now, provided that, of course, the front end things are covered, as in your strategy was good, your videographer was good, and the clips look good. With editing, anyone can snip 2 shots together, but it's the subtle things that count. Obviously, depending on which format you've used, but the transition timing. The cut needs to be smooth, it needs to be perfectly timed. The lyric font and the color. It needs to be branded, it needs to complement the video. The color grading, as you can see here, it has to be beautiful. Has to make the video look cinematic. Color grading has to be T. The next one is the sound effects, and this is arguably the most important one. The first thing is, if you are doing a transition in the hook, it needs to be echoey, it needs to be slightly distorted. Then in the cinematic music video, once the transition hits, it goes full volume and it's perfect sound. That in itself is a mini hook. And there's other things like slap sound effects, car sound effects, wind, footsteps. All of the viewer's senses need to be heightened as much as possible. If you've got your video right, that's visual, and if you've got the sound effects right, that's audible. Obviously, they can't smell anything through the phone, so we're gonna leave that later down the line. And the next thing is an editing review. Show it to someone who knows what they're doing and get a second opinion. A second pair of eyes is one of the most valuable things you can have. Because I know myself, sometimes my limiting beliefs will stop me from seeing certain opportunities, but a fresh perspective, invaluable. So that's what matters in the edit. But how do you hire the right editor? And before you go, nah, I do my own editing, that's arguably the worst thing you can do as an artist. Every part of the process, you need to have someone who's specialized in it, or else you're not gonna meet the quality that you need to. You, as potentially a part-time artist, 9 to 5, you're making music, you're trying to have a personal life as well, there's no way you're gonna have enough time to learn editing to the quality that you need to. One rule I have when it comes to hiring an editor is that they've made a viral video before. I don't care about what genre or what vertical or what niche it was in. It could be business, it could be food, it could be lifestyle. As long as they know the mechanisms behind viral content, they can be trained, they can be molded into a music version of that. Now, the hard work is done. Your only job now is just don't miss a day. Now, the main message here is just there's no hack for anything. The only thing that matters for virality is how good is your video? How engaging is it? How on brand is it? Because hashtags are irrelevant. Don't overthink that. Description, say the first thing that comes to mind that relates to the video. Timing, when the audience is most active, it's normally around after work, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., whatever your local time is, and make sure you're consistent. And the way I do that is I have a content calendar. And I always make sure after the shoot, the editor sends me 7 videos before I start posting. That means I have a 7 video buffer that if anything goes wrong with edits, revisions take a little bit longer, we always have 7 videos in advance. So we're gonna be all right. You now pretty much know everything it takes to come up with viral ideas, execute on viral ideas and post viral ideas. Now, obviously, to create content at the quality you need to, one of the biggest themes in that was you need to have a team, right? Now, there is 2 options for having a team. You either figure it out yourself, family and friends, or you hire one, okay? With figuring out yourself, you might have family, you might have friends, and yes, you can all learn the tricks of the trade, but it's just pretty much how much time are you willing to burn failing? Or option B, which is hire a team. Now, making artists go viral is exactly what we do. So we have a team of strategists. You'll be assigned one to come up with all the ideas, dial in the branding, and make sure that's sorted. We also have viral production teams in loads of cities around the world. So whether it's London, New York City, Miami, even India and Dubai. Now, we also have a team of viral video editors. Their job is 1, making sure the videos are clean and engaging, but 2, is speed. We aim to have all the edits done after 7 days of the shoot. Now, if you do need our help, click off this video. There should be a button down below that says something like book a call with the team. Click that, you'll answer a few questions, and then you'll be able to hop on a call with one of our senior growth executives, and you'll be in safe hands from there. I hope to see you on the inside. Welcome, music artists, to stage 3 of the Rapville Fanbase Growth Roadmap. This stage is all about world building. World building is essentially setting ourselves up for conversion. And it's also making sure that we don't just have one viral moment and disappear, that we sustain virality as well. After going viral, we don't just want empty views, we want meaningful views. So world building really does tie into all of the other modules. Now, at this stage as an artist, the problem is, as I said, you went viral, you got the views, but you don't actually know why. Now the momentum is fading and you have no idea what to do. There's multiple paths that you can take, but depending on which one you choose, it will make or break your career. Now, the move is to treat your viral results like data. It wasn't luck, it wasn't random algorithm. You strip back why your own videos work, you tweak the angle slightly, and you build a world around this format. You want to understand the principle, you then want to tweak the angle slightly and do it again. That's the most important part of everything here is execution. Now, this is what it looks like in action. This is an artist called Dice. We didn't work with him, but it's a great example. So you can see the first time he did it, it was the normal bandwagon effect. That's what we call this kind of video. But it was the normal version. The tweak the angle part is so key, but it can also be so subtle. As you can see, it's a white version and then a blue version. It just makes it novel, it makes it different, and that's how a strategy can keep working for you for longer than you can even imagine. Now, the next example of doubling down is from Adri, my boy, and it's very similar to that Dice example. What worked was Jack Vettriano paintings going viral. But the thing is, there's only so many Jack Vettriano paintings you can use until you start recycling the same ones. And then it doesn't work quite as well. So the pivot was to keep the same principles, but use different pictures. The principles was romantic and conversational between characters. Also, it's very in the moment and authentic pictures with the text on screen, but instead it's just real human pictures, not paintings, and AI generated photos. I know this doesn't look like an AI generated photo, but it is. And that's how we then rebuilt that momentum, 500,000 views, nearly 200,000 views. And again, with Gary Gray, the final example of doubling down. Obviously, when we saw our first video hit 15 million views, we did it again and again and again. And you can see that this one, it's got an ocean background. This one, 3.6 million views, it's got the park background. And this one, it's got a car background. Instead of just making up different strategies, why not do the same one with different spins? That's essentially the message I'm trying to get across here. Now, moving on, the song universe. Every song needs its own world to live in. As you can see, Citizen has done this beautifully with his last 3 tracks. We've got Sun Kisses over here, Vertigo over here, and Time over here. Obviously for Sun Kisses, we had the nature world. There's a lot of greens. He's always in this white clothing. So the visual identity is consistent, the world is consistent. For song 2, which was Vertigo, we had this snowy winter world. As you can see, they're all recorded in the snow, in the mountains of some description. And in song 3, we had the Miami world. The blue car, the glasses, the city backgrounds, it's all consistent. Now, this sets you up for conversion because it makes each song memorable. And when each song is memorable, it means your viewer is more likely to stream it. As well as being memorable, it also ties the song to a certain emotion. Just a special mention in here, real quick, for world building. This is Laza. The main point here is, yes, the individual videos are good, they are engaging by themselves, but it's just when you load up that profile, the blue, the red, the green, the black and white, it's all so distinct, it's also aesthetic. And when you load up this profile, you instantly know you're looking at a creative, you know you're looking at an artist. This is art. Now, this is a little bit of an insider insight I'm not sure if I should really be sharing with you, but Citizen told us that he was watching car racing clips when he was writing the song. That's the key. Don't write the song and then try and figure out the world. Write the song with the world in mind. And that's how, after only a couple of months, the song is on 1.5 million streams. Okay, music artists, welcome to stage 4 of Rapville's Fanbase growth roadmap. If you're here, it means that you branded yourself, you've gone viral, you've doubled down and built a world around the music, and now you want streams and you want monetization. So here we are, this is conversion, let's do it. The biggest problem I see with artists at this stage is that yes, they've got some numbers behind them, they've got some followers, but the streaming is completely down the drain. But the career move to make is to know that conversion isn't a hack or a trick. It's the natural outcome of your branding, your videos that go viral, and your world building done correctly compounds into streaming over time. Now, with that in mind, yes, everything before has to be intentional. You can't just go viral randomly and it converts to streams. But there is also some conversion hacks that you can use that I'm going to reveal as well. I just want you to know you cannot rely on them. Now, this is to visualize that your branding, your virality, and your world building is what results in conversion and monetization. This all has to be intentional. This all has to inspire the viewer to switch platforms and stream the song. It can't be random. So that's the first thing to flag. If you've been posting random stuff that isn't too linked to music, of course, that's why you're getting no streams. The first part of conversion is testing songs. The song either has that viral edge or it doesn't, and here's how you find out. Now, as I said before, you test your formats and you run experiments on those formats as well as the song. But now you're looking at your comment section and your DMs for song response. DMs saying, bro, I love your music, you inspire me. Comments saying, yo, this track is fire, where do I get it? And the likelihood is, if you've done 25 videos and 1, you're not getting much views, but 2, the song response is bad, it's likely going to be the song. And we had this with Desiree. We did 2 shoots in the first month of working with her. We did 25 videos with Desiree for her first song. Nothing popped off. We could hardly crack 2,000 streams from 25 videos. But then we switched the song and the video got 7 million views, and that actually converted into 20,000 streams overnight. Now, once you figured out that it's not your song, we're on to conversion hacks. Now, once you've got the attention and your song is okay, you need to increase the percentage of people that stream the song. These are 2 ways to do it. The first one is plant the comment. Second one is ManyChat automations with AI. So plant the comment is simple. Either a friend, a family member, or a burner account that you've created comments on the video and says, yo, what song is this? You, as the creator of the video, pin the comment to the top of the comment section. Then when millions of people check the comments, they're gonna see you replying to the comment with the song name. And that plants a seed in their mind to switch platforms, go to Spotify and stream the song. The next one is ManyChat. In your caption, you tell viewers to comment the keyword and you'll send them the track. And then you use ManyChat, so whenever that keyword gets commented, it automatically sends the DM. You can also use this to build an email list, to get more followers, and to have personal conversations with your fans without even going on your phone. As you know, on my page, I use this pretty much every video. As you can see, I've said comment Eric there, and I've got nearly 7,000 comments. This shit works a charm. Now, another way to increase your conversion is the trend domino effect. This is that you've already got the views, you've already got the attention. Now you use that leverage to create a movement. How it works, you have fans already watching you. You just give them a reason to create content with your song. For Michael Beebe, we worked with Michael Beebe last year. We helped him grow to 100,000 followers, and we actually helped him get over 5 million streams on his track. One of the techniques that we used to do this, along with viral content, was post a video of you in a sunset and use the caption, "Best video with a sunset gets free tickets to my Ibiza show." Now he has 3,000 people creating content with his song because they want free tickets. This is essentially engineering a trending sound. Another way to engineer a trending sound is with the soulless page strategy. And how this works is you create a separate account, and it's like influencer style content, but every video is using your song. And we did this with Camille because we have a network of really talented creators that know what they're doing. We were able to launch an account from 0 to 10,000 followers and get multiple viral videos with the song. That resulted in 3,000 videos being created with her track, helping the song reach nearly 300,000 streams. And that's how you convert and monetize your audience. Now, I know you're begging for more. So if you are here for the free stuff, just like this resource, we have a YouTube with a ton of videos on it that you can watch. We just dropped the Citizen the Artist interview. And as you know, Citizen's been a massive part of this presentation. He's inspiring this industry with the content that he's creating. And obviously, as you know, one of his partners, Scotty, has joined our team, and he's training the strategists, he's training the videographers and the editors on his viral knowledge. So he's just a massive part of the music industry right now. So if you want to hear more from him for the first time ever, the YouTube video is out. Just search in Rapville and you'll find it. Now, if you are choosing your team right now, you already know what to do. We have viral production teams in cities across the world. And if you need help navigating this new game of content we find ourselves in, we are the team for you. Send us a DM, book in a call, and we'll answer any questions that you have about us. We'll also be digging to find out everything about you. How good is your music? What are the opportunities with your brand? How far could we take this? How ambitious are you? And that was the Fanbase Scaling Roadmap. Feel free to share this with any of your artist friends as well if they need it. Make sure you execute. Research is nothing without execution, and I'll see you next time.